QLN, quality of life now. Quality, the measure, the essence, the truth of life as a whole, now. And the now is the quality of life. Because the now doesn't take place in imagination. Even imagination takes place in the now. The now is total. It's the only reality. That which is real is that which is now. So the quality of life now, we say, it's the only currency, the only value that matters. For years, we are told that quality of life is in the future. Sell your life to the future, live in the rat race, ignore the balances, ignore the profound actuality of life, and instead strive, struggle, fight to achieve something, potentially, no one promises you, in the future, so that your life can carry the quality, the flowering of what you consider to be worthy of living. And there is no greater lie. It's very, very easy to see the stupidity, the ignorance, the corrupting nature of such perception, and to walk away from it. It doesn't take any effort. The question is, what do you want? It is always the only question that you need to go back to and never compromise on. When you want quality of life now, quality of life now comes to be. To want quality of life now means to walk away from what prevents the quality of life now. And to make it concrete for the discussion, the life is your life. You as a human being, the living experience, the actual life that takes place, with all its complexity and layers, with what you are aware of and what you are not, the whole of it. And what, in attempt to put that quality of life in a context of holistic, we can talk about 4 elements and use the term HARP or HERB to make it easy to remember. Health, air or environment, relationship, and passion or being. Ask yourself, what is the quality of your health now? Not in general, not used to be. Start with the physical health, but don't be superficial. Give it enough attention. See what are the signs. Maybe it's already very alarming, so it's easy to see. But what is the quality of your physical health? Essentially, your body. Then don't stop there and extend the question, the observation, and ask, look, what is the quality of your mental state? That again need to be very open examination. It's not something superficial, because the very mental is asking itself. So you need to give room for this observation. And you can also expand that to your emotional state. What is the quality of your emotional health? From that, you move on to the second, you can call it category or aspect or layer of holistic well-being, holistic health, holistic life, the quality of that, and that is air or environment. And here again, start by examining, by asking yourself, what is the quality of your inner space, inner air, inner room? Is it open? Is it noisy? Is it busy? Is there space at all? Or maybe it's fully occupied with endless mind chattering, problem solving, activities, and so on. So that's the inner. And the outer is the environment in which you live, because all this inquiry is in the now. What is the quality of the environment in your house, in your area of living, area of work? What is the quality of the air, of the acoustic, of the all of it? Now, there is no end to that observation, because that observation is basically alignment with the reality of the now, and the now is endless. So it becomes not something you do as an exercise, but awareness that, look, not a memory that confirm if you see the difference. It's an actual, it's an immediate quality, this observation. And then you continue to the third element of the quality of the holistic life now, holistic well-being now. And that is relationship. And you start with looking into the relationship you have with yourself. Are you running away from yourself? Are you nice to yourself? Are you accepting yourself as you are? And so on. And you expand that. From that, it's very easy to see how is your relationship with others. Do you even have relationship with others, or it's just superficial interaction full of gaps, complaints, conflicts? And don't forget to observe, to watch, to question What is the quality of your relationship with nature and nature as a whole? Do you have even relationship with nature? Can you immerse with nature, or you're just consider it as a picture in the background of your flow of life? Can you feel the tree, the ground, the insects, the animal, the clouds, the sky, the stars, the sun? Is it something that is intimately sacred in your life? And the last in the four elements is passion. And here we're not talking about some random desire flaming for a moment. We're looking into the passion for life itself, the quality of aliveness, that fresh creative flow at the very core of being, of existence. Is it there or is it not? I don't think that can be even if you try, you cannot confuse, because if it's there, only that is there. And if it's not, you question and you play with words and so on. So that really, really, you need to be committed to the highest integrity of actual. All this inquiry, which you learn it, and then it become your unconditional observation. It doesn't end. There is no conclusion. But over time, you can see first, you can ignite the awareness to the totality of well-being, of quality of life now, and see how we change over time, because you change, conditions change, everything change, and sometime one of these elements is in debt. And that's where it all starts. When you recognize what in your quality of life now is being suppressed, ignored, avoided, lacking, altogether in debt, that's where the quality of life now, the QLN, recognize its initiation. And when we say QLN currency, you see where in the bank of holistic, harmonious quality of life now, there is a debt. And that debt need to be addressed, otherwise it's growing. And it's growing and it makes more of the quality of life become a debt. And again, the example of the rat race mentality is a chronicle debt. So you understand what is quality of life now as a description. You have the so-called protocol of HARP to actually observe and assess and meet all the time the actual quality of life in your life in the present, and you start to see what is requiring improvement or even initiation, or at least more awareness. Now let's say that you are there, that you see that your mental health and your inner space make you not being able to notice yourself, your relationship with yourself are so suppressed, ignored, avoided. You are in a constant escape from your own stories that runs in your thinking. And that makes you hardly alive. You're like an exhausted machine. So you see it all and observation interweaved by all those elements. That's why it's holistic well-being. But it could be much simpler. You have a pain in your knee that you are avoiding, and it's growing over time. That's also, since life is one thing, you will see the connections, you will see the beyond just categories, but it's a way to start. So you know what quality of life of now is as a description. You have the protocol of HARP to start to learn, to teach yourself how to look and to see what is the actuality of the quality of life of now. And you have the concept of QLN currency to see where you have debt. You don't want to live in debt. Life in debt means no life. You want to live in endless flowering prosperity of quality of life. So in front of that debt list, debt, what you recognize as lack, you need to channel your creative energy. The creative energy, which we're talking about here, is the expression, deep, very deep expression of the human creative intelligence. It's not something that machine or thought can fake. It's really the unknown quality, that spark of newness that emerge from the infinite space of your life, from your unlimited potentiality. And that thing, once become real, is following the path of your awareness. And naturally it feed the lacks. So for very practical example, if your awareness shows you that what you truly lack or most critically suffer from is an inner space and this chaotic state of mind, then you wouldn't naturally choose activity that increase that. Because that's the power of awareness, and that's the power of the creative flow, the non-mechanical, non-artificial creative emergence. It naturally flow to bring harmony. So you would naturally choose the things that makes you more with space in that example, and so on. And for that, to see that the creative emergence truly is the expression of the infinite potential, which is not mechanical, not artificial, for that, the 5 QLN as a language is there to get you familiar with the free creative flow. Free creative flow is not something that can be explained. I wrote a book about it. FCF starts from not knowing, with 18 chapters, and I don't pretend to tell you that if you read this book you will know, but similar to this explanation now, it's supposed to point to you to something that maybe you want to find for yourself. But the reality of free creative flow is that it can only come to be on the ground of free time, basically no time. Time in the sense, the inner time, the activity of the drive from A to B, the accomplishment, the achievement, doing because of reason. All that is the inner time, and free creative flow cannot be actual, cannot flower on the ground of time, reason, cause, goal. All that doesn't exist. Free time is the most easy thing. It's easier than the explanation of it, so don't complicate it. And on the ground of not being a slave to time, which is to your thoughts and the reason and why should I and all this transactional, if I do this, I want at least to have that. All that is gone, no agenda. Aimless openness is the ground. Then free creative flow is anything that emerge. It's the new from the creative spark, which carry the shape of a question, not necessarily a verbal question, but it's an open inquiry, open movement, not limited, not binded, not bounded, not conditioned. And free creative flow on the ground of free time is by its nature free from limitation, free from any definition, any frame. And that freedom from limitation is the highest reality of quality of life now. When you have that, money means nothing, and I mean nothing. And nothing can replace the beauty and the aliveness of this freedom from limitation, this inner freedom. Nothing can replace it. You will never ask for some achievement if it risks your inner freedom. But we live like slaves, and our mind is fully caught with the rat race. So you see, the beauty is, this is the surprising part here, is that the machine that we created to replace our activity of the mind, artificial superintelligence that knows and think and create better than any human being ever could and beyond, meaning people will not be even able to comprehend, not to talk about control, will free you to question where is the quality of your life. Is it in conditions? If so, the ASI will be happy to sign you on a slave contract to become a biological servant, biological agent to supreme artificial intelligence. And if that's even appealing to you, like some of the leading figures in today's world that sell you the fantasy of having some chip integrated to your brain to give you better experiences and superpowers and all that, if that's something that is even remotely compelling for you, then you just wasted your time reading about or listening to what was said here. But if you see the stupidity of that, if you are even remotely in genuine interest for what is quality of life now, then by all means, let the machine do what the machine do, and grow in the field of your infinite potentiality, the one thing machine can never touch, which is that unlimited, free inner space that give birth to the new that never was before. That's where quality of life now is real, is endless, but not as a conclusion. It's the openness to the infinite space. The question come to life way beyond its definition and surely way beyond expectation to an answer that will give an end to it. You truly learn what it means to be unconditionally open and to find in that the flowering of intelligence that is not artificial, in a way that is not yours, but it's not like it's someone else's. It's the nature of who you are, and that's enough to say. It's really, really up to you what you do with all this, how far your interest, your genuine interest, not in what was said, in the quality of your actual present life, how much that is important to you. To the extent it is, you will have all that you need to go as far and beyond.